cold.
So, anyway, we come to you bearing some, I'm not sure if it would be bad news, but it's definitely not good news. We had to scrap Bearing Life. The premise of the show, and or due to like the premise of the show, and us not being able to deliver, the quality of content that we wanted to give you guys, along with some schedule conflicts and whatnot, that made, us not be able to provide the highest quality content that we thought we could put out. We decided to scrap Bearing Life and come back to you guys with the beanbag debate, where we only tackle the most serious of topics.
Known to mankind.
Only the most serious ones. We're going to be talking today about is chili soup. And
Great Battle of Chili Hill.
yeah, that's another thing you're going to find is that most of our most of the titles are going to be related to Civil War major battles. Like we might do one about beer at some point. Actually, we're planning on doing that at some point here in the near future. So the Boston Beer Party. That might be an episode coming up soon, but yeah, that's in the future. We'll figure that out as we go. Anyway, just thought I'd interject here at the beginning of the intro and share with you guys that news, and let's get right into the debate.
Oh, hey guys. So, during today's debate, we're going to be talking about whether chili is soup. Now, the first thing about talking about whether chili is soup is thinking chili and soup are pretty damn similar. At least in my opinion. So with chili, you need a couple things. One, you kind of need pepper. So yeah, that's pepper enough. So you need pepper. And in fact, we'll look at a definition real quick. Then you also need cow. And you need cow. Now you see, in America, when people think of chili, most of the time we think about chili con carne, which means it has cow. Now, necessarily, chili doesn't need to have the cow, but it makes it taste better. So, when really taking it down and thinking, is chili soup? Yeah, think about it like this. Or best way I like to think about it is, think of like a cat. So you have feline. That's like the main family thing, or it's like a taxonomical phylum or something crap. I'm not sure. I'm not a biologist. So anyway, feline. For feline, you have like, first feline or whatever. Then you come down, you have like saber cat or whatever. And then you come down all the way down here. You have, normal freaking house cat. Now you see, that house cat and this first cat, they're still cats. It's just that one has been like, bred to high heaven, and one's like, fresh out the oven. Now, we can think about soup and chili in the same way. Now you see, yeah, soup. Soup. Now you see, come down and you have soup. How do you have soup and soup in the same thing? Well, you see, soup is an overarching, soup is an overarching, thing. It's the family name. You wouldn't discount your first great or grandfather ever, or because he was the first one. You wouldn't be like, oh no, we don't count him because he was the first. No, you honor him by making it the first one. So you have soup and soup. Soup is soup. Then you come down and you have stew. Yum. Now, there's two ways you can think about stew. Either stew is like, the thicker, chunkier version of soup or whatever, and they're cousins or whatever, something like that. Or direct offspring. Doesn't really matter which one. But anyway, best way to think about stew is the thick American cousin to soup. Now you come down further, and there's another way you can think about chili. Now I think chili is like, way over here and down. Redhead stepchild, nobody really likes chili or whatever. He kind of gets beat up or whatever, but they say like, toughen up kid, it's whatever. But anyway, another way to think about it is that chili's a little closer. Stew leads to chili, because chili is inherently like soup, like when you think about it. Now, you can think of stew and chili as, Stew had a one-night stand with a taco and he got chili. That's the best way that I like to think about it. Anyway, chili is still, still stew. You lead back to soup. And there you go. I didn't have time to read my definitions, but, I still got them. Maybe I'll bring them up in the counter argument. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, pass it off to Colton.
Thank you, James. Those are some very good point of views. However, I'm going to contradict you now because I'm like that. I'm your devil's advocate.
Yay.
Anyways, I'm going to go over how soup and stew, while they may be a part of the same family, like liquid dishes, chili cannot be considered as a soup, but it's more of a stew. So first we'll go over the ingredients. In soup, there's usually milk, water, broth of like chicken kind, chicken noodle soup. And then we have vegetables. And then we have meats like chicken noodle soup. Love chicken noodle soup. Baseline vegetables. We'll go over to chili, which is a stew that has meat, vegetables, peppers, tomato paste, and other kinds like that. See, if you look at both sides, soup has more liquids, while chili or stew has more solids. While they're both prepared in liquid, they are both served differently. Where soup is served with liquids, and chili or stew is served with solids, like gravy, which is more of a solid than a liquid. Those are the baseline ingredients. I wish I had time to read definitions or even brought my own dictionary like James did. He's tryharding on this. Please don't vote for him. Thank you.
Wow, Colton. That was very insightful, topics you brought up.
Yeah.
Let's bring this to someone who's a bit more of an expert than we are in this situation. Somebody who teaches cooking and other sorts of things like that. Let's bring this over to Miss Jans, the facts teacher. Maybe she might have, the answer for whether chili is soup or not. Alright, pass it out to you, James. Hey guys, and today we're here with Miss Jans to ask her the vital question: is chili a soup?
So this is a tough question to answer, I think. So a lot of times when you talk about soups, you talk about kind of two different forms of soup. So a stock-based soup or a cream-based soup, which chili doesn't really necessarily fit into either one. But then when you start talking about how chili is prepared, it's prepared in a lot of ways similar to like a stock-based soup, where you're going to take your ingredients, you're going to try to pull out the flavors by boiling or cooking them in water, which is a form of stewing. And I think a lot of people probably categorize chili as a stew, which therefore the basis of creating a stew is the same as how you would start a stock-based soup. And so I think kind of by default, maybe chili falls into the soup category.
Thank you, Ms. Jans, for giving your
Absolutely.
professional opinion. And Colton, eat it!
Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe and also comment down below your opinion on this topic and also future topics that you want us to discuss about. We may pick some of yours. Make sure you follow Creative Communications on all socials. We even have our very own X account for this YouTube channel called Beanbag Debate on X, at Beanbag Debate, so make sure you follow there for any updates about our channel.
Well, I would like to say I absolutely smoked this guy. If you're not voting for me, I'm not sure what you're doing. But anyway,
I'll cry. Vote for him, I'll cry. I'll do it.
yeah.
I'll cry.
Anyway, well, I suppose we'll be signing off here and stay comfy.